I just have to say that, remember we talked about binging?
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been binge watching.
Uh-huh.
Not binge watching, but just kind of like I choose one series, like comedy or sitcom series that I watch for a couple of months,
Yes.
like 9 seasons. I just finished Seinfeld. Okay?
That's an old one.
It's an old one, but I wanted to watch it from the beginning to the end.
Is it funny?
Oh, it's funny.
Even because it's like 40 years old at this 30,
I would say
40
30,
years.
30, maybe 30.
It's
kind of old.
Yeah.
But it's, Julia Dreyfus.
Ah, yes.
Louis Dreyfus. I love her. But anyway, so I watched that. Now I'm like, okay, what other series? What's my next one? So I'm tuning into Modern Family.
That's my generation.
Oh, my goodness. Modern Family happened when I came to Korea, so I missed a lot of that. It is so good.
It's
so sharp and so funny.
Yeah. And it has a character named Cameron.
Yes!
And I have never watched a show
that had a name Cameron.
That had my name in it.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
And they say Cam.
Cam?
Yeah.
Because, like, if your name is like Brian, Julia, you've probably met other people.
Right.
That name probably comes up.
Right.
But I've never had another character or another person named Cameron in my life.
Oh.
So.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, me.
I'm telling you, and the actors are brilliant.
That's a good one.
They are so good.
I think if you want a modern English that is somewhat easy to understand, that is a great show for English learners as well.
It really is. So let's graduate from Friends and move on to Modern Family.
Right, I agree.
All right. Pregnancy cravings is our topic today. I'm really sensitive to strong smells. So you can say as a person, I'm sensitive. Oh, she's a sensitive person. Oh, 예민한 사람이야.
Yeah.
But you can also say, oh, I'm sensitive to sugar. I'm sensitive to caffeine or strong smells. What does this mean?
So this means you react quite strongly.
Yeah.
So with these strong smells, means like, oh, it makes me sick when I smell it.
Right. Oh, it makes me kind of nauseous.
Right.
All right. Funny you should ask is another expression that we're going to talk about.
So this is often whenever you have been thinking about something or you learn some new information and someone else asks about it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, funny you should ask.
That's a coincidence.
Coincidence. In one's head.
So this in one's head means it's just what you're thinking about or what you're imagining. It is not real.
Okay.
It's in your head.
All right. Very good. And finally, too bad. So, that's too bad.
아쉽다. That's unfortunate.
안타깝다.
안타깝다.
All right. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue.
I'm going out for a cup of coffee. Care to join me?
Funny you should ask. I'm actually really sensitive to strong smells lately.
Are you sure it isn't all in your head?
Well, I usually love the smell of freshly roasted coffee, but now I can't go anywhere near a coffee shop without getting nauseous.
That's too bad, because they have a new Kenyan coffee that's amazing.
It sounds great, but I don't even want to think about it right now.
Let's begin. Noah says, I'm going out for a cup of coffee. Care to join me? And right off the bat, we have our power pattern. Care to join me? Care to join us?
Care to join us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does this mean, care to?
So this means, do you want to join me?
Ah.
Do you want to join us?
Okay.
And I would say this care is not often used in this way.
Yeah.
We do use the word care with slightly different meanings, but in this specific phrase, it's used quite often in this way. Do you want to? Care to join?
Do you want to? Care to join?
Care to join?
Which makes it, do you want to join us? Too long.
Yeah.
Just shorten it. Care to join?
Care to join us?
Yeah, right. And this just means basically like, you want to come?
Want to join us?
Yeah.
What do you think?
What do you think?
How about it?
Okay. Now, here is a great expression. Stacy says, funny you should ask. I'm actually really sensitive to strong smells lately. Okay, Noah says coffee.
Yeah.
Then Stacy says, funny you should ask. What is this? What's going on?
So this funny here is not a ha 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 ha, I'm laughing funny.
Yeah.
It means ironic or coincidental.
Uh-huh.
It's like, you asked me that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have something in my own life related to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this funny you should ask, she's saying, it's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
It's a coincidence that you're asking me for coffee because I have a problem with strong smells now.
Yeah.
She's saying, maybe if you asked me a month ago,
it would
sure,
be okay.
Totally okay.
Uh-huh.
But the timing
Is not good.
is not good.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, funny you should ask. And Noah says, are you sure it isn't all in your head? So, Noah is double checking. He's saying, are you sure?
Yeah.
Is this really happening? Is it in your head or not?
Yes.
So, if you say to somebody, are you sure it's not just in your head? What are you really saying, Cameron?
Are you making it up?
Are you crazy?
Are you?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
often it is said in that way.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure it's not in your head?
Yeah.
But this means, are you imagining it?
Yeah.
Is it just,
Are you overreacting?
are you overthinking it?
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Right.
So in this particular case, maybe it's not him trying to be saying, are you crazy?
Yeah.
But it is often used in that
Yeah.
way.
And if someone says, it's in your head,
Yeah.
if someone makes a statement to you, listen, it's in your head.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
That person is saying, you're overthinking it.
Yeah.
Relax,
It's
calm
not real.
down.
It's totally fine.
Right. Interesting. We'll give you more examples in just a minute. And why is Stacy, sensitive to strong smells? What smell?
Well, specifically, it's coffee because she says,
Yeah.
well, I usually love the smell of freshly roasted coffee, but now I can't go anywhere near a coffee shop without getting nauseous.
Yes. And this happens to women when they get pregnant. They used to love it, the smell.
Yeah.
And, they can't smell it anymore.
Right.
Strange.
Yeah, it is. So this nauseous is whenever you feel like you might throw up.
Yeah.
Like your stomach feels bad. It's really gross.
매시끄러.
Yeah.
매시끄럽다. Yeah.
So this happens most often with smells, but it can also happen if you ride a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Or you eat bad food. Oh, I feel
Or
nauseous.
you go, sailing.
Yeah. Or
on a boat.
Or you ride a Busan taxi.
Some taxis.
Not
taxis.
Busan specifically,
Yeah, but some taxis.
If they're a really
drivers.
crazy driver.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's difficult spelling. It's Nauseous. And the pronunciation is nauseous.
Yes.
Okay. And Noah says, that's too bad because they have a new Kenyan coffee that's amazing. So that's too bad. Too bad. It can go both ways.
Yeah.
Like, too bad.
Yeah.
Or, oh, that's too bad.
아쉽다.
No.
Oh.
But if you say, too bad, what are you saying?
If you're saying too bad in that way, it means like,
내롱. 내롱.
kind of, yeah. It's like, oh, you want it? Too bad you can't have it. It's mine.
Yeah.
Na na boo boo.
Na, na,
Na,
na,
na, na.
Yeah.
So if you say it too high pitched, it comes off like that.
That's right.
If you bring it down and say, oh, that's too bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's more of a, 안타깝다. 아쉽다.
Yes. Because they have a great Kenyan coffee.
Yes.
And Stacy says, it sounds great, but I don't even want to think about it right now.
Yeah.
And it's probably because, drinking coffee, when you get pregnant, a lot of women, they stop drinking coffee.
Yes.
Because of the caffeine and possibly mold and stuff like that. So that's probably like a body's natural reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the body really changes whenever a woman gets pregnant.
That's right. So with me, I was like, oh, no coffee. In the beginning, I was like, no coffee, no coffee. Nope, not for my baby. And then like 6 months, 7 months, I'm like, can I have a decaf?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
I'm going out for a cup of coffee. Care to join me?
Funny you should ask. I'm actually really sensitive to strong smells lately.
Are you sure it isn't all in your head?
Well, I usually love the smell of freshly roasted coffee, but now I can't go anywhere near a coffee shop without getting nauseous.
That's too bad, because they have a new Kenyan coffee that's amazing.
It sounds great, but I don't even want to think about it right now.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 118 and 19. Interesting expression, funny you should ask, which is saying,
What a coincidence.
what a coincidence. You said that or asked that question.
How ironic.
Wow. Did you get the promotion you were hoping for?
Funny you should ask. I was actually given a bigger promotion than I'd expected.
I can't believe you asked me that question.
Your timing.
Wow.
With the question. Wow.
Okay, because I got a promotion and it's even bigger.
Yes.
Funny you should ask about my dog. I was hoping you could watch him for a few days. Oh, how's your dog doing? Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, funny you should ask.
Uh-huh.
I need to ask you a favor. Please take care of my dog. Yes.
So when someone mentions something to you and you were about to share it or something just happened regarding that, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, it's a coincidence. Let's give one more example.
So funny you should ask if you were going to be, let's say.
Oh, I have a question here.
Okay.
Like, hey, how's your sister?
Oh, funny you should ask.
She's in Korea?
She's in Korea right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
It's whereas, it's weird. It's kind of strange that you asked that question.
Right.
But there's actually news about the topic you just asked about.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like, and I mean, we didn't talk about your sister.
Yeah.
I just decided to ask you.
Funny
She's
you should
here.
ask. Yeah.
She's, she brought her whole family here.
That's irony.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
That's right. Yeah. Funny you should ask.
Yes.
Right. Okay. If something is in your head, it means that it is imagined. It's not real.
Yes.
You're making it up.
Yes.
Okay. Why does that man on the park bench keep staring at me?
I think it's in your head. Nobody is looking at you but me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is he really saying?
You're overthinking something.
Yeah.
You're imagining it.
Right. It's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically telling someone, listen, that's not true.
Yeah.
You're getting overly sensitive or you're overthinking.
Yes.
You heard that ticking sound, right? Tell me, it's not in my head. What is going on? What ticking sound?
So if there's a clock or something.
Yeah.
But it's very quiet.
Yeah.
And then you want to say, do you hear that too?
Yeah. Is it just me?
Is that me or is that in my head?
Is that in my head?
Because there are some times that sounds aren't really made, but you think you hear them.
Right.
I heard this, or I didn't hear it. I read it on the internet.
Okay.
This person, they heard circus music every time they walked into a room in their house.
Really?
And they're like, what is this circus music?
Okay, yeah.
Like do 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 do. Turns out they were having what's called an auditory hallucination, which is a big word. Auditory sound related.
Sound.
Hallucination is like chakak.
Yeah.
But their brain made sounds for so many things they didn't realize till they went to the doctor. And a lot of the sounds they were hearing in their life were in their head.
Whoa.
So their house, they were hearing all of this music that wasn't there. It was all in their head.
It was in their head.
So they actually had a psychological condition.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is the real meaning of being in one's head.
Right.
Is that it's not in real life. You just hear it or you think
brain.
it or you think you see it.
Right.
But we now often use it to mean like you're overthinking it.
You're overreacting.
So we'll use it for like, I think my boyfriend or my girlfriend is cheating on me.
Yeah.
They didn't call me after 5 minutes.
Right.
Oh, don't worry. It's all in your head.
Right.
They're probably just busy.
Yeah. So the real serious case, and it could be real,
Yes.
is that it is a clinical
Yeah, your brain is
mental
just making things
problem.
up.
Yeah, if it is really in your head. But we use it lightly and
Yes.
casually. Like, oh, stop it. It's just in your head.
Yeah, it's just in your head.
You're just imagining it. Okay. All right. Good explanation. Now, our expression, too bad, it means like, unfortunately, sorry to hear that. So Korean people seem to be sometimes confused with like, it's a pity,
Yes.
it's too bad. And do we say it's a pity, that's too bad? Like, I think when you say it's a pity, there's more empathy, it's more serious. Whereas like if you say, oh, that's too bad, it's just like, oh, 안타깝다.
Yeah.
It's lighter.
Yes. I would say I generally say it's too bad. I would only say it's a pity for very either serious things or more formal things.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's too bad the city council voted to tear down the old library.
Yeah, I spent hundreds of hours in there as a kid. So it's a pity the city council voted down to tear.
Yeah.
You could say that, but I would feel, man, you feel really sad about this, don't you?
You do.
It's not all light, kind of like,
know.
아쉽다. It's
아쉽다.
like, oh, it's a pity.
Too bad you can't come to the game with us. It's probably going to be exciting.
Here again, too bad is probably better. It's a pity is really, it's a pity that you have to go to a funeral and you can't go to the game with us.
Right.
Like it feels a bit more serious.
Right. So, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Power pattern. Care to join me? 같이 갈래? 갈래? All right. I'm going to the beach this weekend. Care to join me?
I have to pick up my sister at the train station. Care to join me?
Okay. Like, 같이 갈래?
You want to go?
Yeah, very casual. Nauseous is our power vocab on page 120. And so it is that kind of sick feeling in your stomach. 울렁울렁. Okay. Do check out the definition there. And let's thank our sponsor.
한국토익위원